Good morning guys, it is currently 6:30 in the morning. I got up at 5:30 to be able to get here in time with Sam. We've already got all the cars out, just sweeping the floors real quick, then we're gonna get stuck into the 34. We've got a lot to catch up on if we wanna make the dyno deadline of tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun day. Let's get it done. Sammy's getting straight into figuring out where the piping needs to go, marking it all up, so that hopefully we can get stuff tacked up, because what you got to realize is this is obviously our workshop and the priority is always going to be the customer's work. So the only time that Sammy can work on this is after hours or before hours. So we're going to try and get as much done as we can before he's got to work on customers' cars, and I'm going to take over and do as much as I can. And then whenever Sam's got some time where there's no customers' cars that need work on, he'll then come and work on this. Hopefully we can get everything done. And when it comes to fabricating, like all the intercooler piping and exhaust, I'm not a good welder. I definitely can't weld alloy. Anyways, we're gonna get stuck into it, get it done. All right, time for a quick update. Sammy's already marked up everything for the hot side of the turbo. He's now working on marking up everything for the cold side. We're gonna come across just like any other normal RB kind of kit, down through here and then through there where the old battery tray used to be, probably down in here, and then tie it all up and connect it into there. Because of the tight radius of the bend here that's coming out of the bigger hole on this side here as well, we're going to be using one of those special, what are they called, Sammy? The Wiggins clamps. Kind of like those Vibrant ones, the Vibrant made ones where they just got the two O-rings either side and the clamp goes over it like a V-band, whatever it's called. I can't remember the exact professional name, but this is how things are going to go. Hopefully we get everything marked up and stuff, so all Sammy needs to do is sit in front of the welder. We've got a list going as well of everything that I need to do. We're just going through and ticking everything off. Dyno is tomorrow afternoon, so if things go well, being optimistic, we should be able to make it all in time. All right, so a little update where I'm at right now is I got the old fuel pressure regulator, the factory one, off the factory fuel rail, because we are reusing the factory fuel rail. The RB25 Neos use a 14mm top feed injector, just like these ones here. So we're going to be putting these guys in, the 725cc ones. We do have to get one of these adapters though. I just finished installing mine, and essentially it just brings it to a little, hang on, focus, come on camera, there we go. And it just brings it to like a little AN-6 fitting, which then we can put an elbow on, which will then we can go to our fuel pressure regulator. We just got a nice aeroflow one. We've got our 460 litre per hour Walbro fuel pump that's going in as well. I'm going to start putting all the injectors in now. We're going to lube them all up. Got the rubber grease from Bosch there. And then we'll slide this puppy in, reinstall it, and then we'll do the fuel tank, get that done. So going to quickly smash this all out. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, why am I still using the factory fuel rail? Other than an aftermarket one looks prettier, you can get away with using this fuel rail probably up until 400, 500 horsepower. It just doesn't look that nice. Another thing to quickly note is this is not another fuel pressure regulator. It's just a dampener. Try and stop like vibrating, pulsating and stuff like that happening inside the fuel rail. You just need to replace this one here, which is your actual fuel pressure regulator. So we'll leave all that as it is, slide it back in, we'll be good to go and tackle the fuel pump. All right, so I'm installing these injectors and I just wanted to show you guys how simple it is. I can do this one-handed. Once you've got the proper grease on there and it's all lubed up, it just slips right in, and then you'll feel it kind of like bottom out, and then you're all good to go. And it's a very simple process. Don't be rough. If you feel like it's really hard going in, you probably need some more grease. You don't want that O-ring to tear, because then that'll mean a lot of fuel dumping everywhere in your engine bay. As you can see, nice pretty black and orange things. New injectors are all installed, seated perfectly, ready to go. We did run into a little issue though. I figured out that we only had 4 of the plugs, and the plugs do need to change because the new injectors use a completely different plug than the factory ones. So we're going to see if we can get another 2 of these. We should be able to get them. There's quite a few suppliers around really close to us that should have these. So hopefully we'll be okay there. But for now, while we've got a stalemate there, I'm gonna move to the rear, and what I'm gonna do is replace the fuel pump with the 460 Walbro. Semi's already got most of the things undone there, which is great. He didn't, none of these quick connects broke or anything, which is amazing, because if you guys know anything about these quick connects, they always break. But the good thing about my car is it's low mileage. It's only got 105,000 kilometers on it, so everything's still pretty minty fresh. So anyways, we're gonna get this off now, which normally involves a special tool that we've made with a hammer, and then we'll be able to get the fuel pump out, and then she'll be choo-chooing in no time. All right, so we got the old fuel pump out, and I just wanted to do a comparison there, showing you the difference between the Walbro size and the factory one. Like, this thing is a tiny little baby compared to this big guy. Anyways, I did want to show you guys, it's a bit tricky getting these out of the car. You do need to unplug the level indicator before you try and take the pump out, because the pump isn't bolted in or anything. It just kind of sits in a slot inside the tank, deep down in the bellows there. So see, I've just got the other cable there for the level indicator off to the side. Very important as well, you watch that and tuck it up under the fuel line so it doesn't fall into the tank. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go fishing arm deep in fuel. It's also a good idea to try and do this when your tank isn't super full. One thing to show you is the little like rester in there that it sits on. Let's see, will the camera be able to zoom in and see it? Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. See there? That's where the fuel pump kind of sits in. So it kind of just like slots in there, these two slots here. So there you go. Okay, so I've just got the bag on the end now. Everything's all piped up and connected there. We've got all the wiring all sorted out. Nice proper crimps and then heat shielding and everything going up there. I do put one zip tie just on the hose and the wires just so they don't get tangled up when putting them back in the tank. The other thing you want to do is don't use a zip tie, guys. Use a proper hose clamp. It's more reliable. And put a bit of silicone hose here. That just stops the vibration from coming through, as well as don't use rubber. Rubber will degrade in the petrol, especially if you start using E85. Silicone hose is the best, the blue stuff like this. And that's another reason why you don't use the plastic zip ties. The fuel will degrade it and it'll just get brittle and break off and fall in your tank. So use a hose clamp. All right, we're ready to put everything back in now. I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna clip everything together, do a quick pressure test. Then the other thing that you wanna do as well is you've got a fuel pump resistor sitting down in here, this guy. A lot of people sometimes think this is like, hang on, focus, there we go. A lot of people sometimes think that this baluster here is like for the injectors, but it's not true. It's actually for the fuel pump. So you want to cut those two wires down there and then put a crimp between them, just join them together, take the whole resistor ballast box out entirely. That'll give you the full 13 volts at the rear for your pump. That way you don't have to do another whole load of wiring with a relay and stuff like that. It's just easier and better to do it that way. So we're gonna do that now, put the fuel pump back in, tighten everything up. And this is that tool that I was telling you guys about. So this goes around the thing there and you just put a socket on it and then you're able to undo it without having to use a hammer and a screwdriver. So anyways, making moves, nearly time. Oh, I almost forgot. I got the turbo properly finished, bolted up with the gasket in there. So that's all good to start mocking up everything else. Got the studs in there for the exhaust. I gotta just do up the water lines, the oil lines. I've just gotta pretty much put them on. So busting a move, fuel's almost sorted out. Okay, so I can't remember exactly where I left you guys off. That was just because I had to go and edit today, yesterday's video so that it could come out this afternoon on time. And then obviously everything that was going on in the workshop, Sam and Kyle needed to focus on that. So I got moved here, and now both me and Sam are too lazy to move the cars, and we're working in the darkest place in the entire workshop. We got all these amazing super bright LED downlights, but we decided to just work out here, mainly because of how breezy it is tonight and how it's nice and cool. But updates where we're at. So I've got all the fuel reg stuff all sorted out. Injectors and everything are in there. All the plugs are in there, all wired in by myself. Everything fuel rail wise is good to go. The only thing is we're waiting for another one of these adapters to go here onto the Neo rail. We've got a 90 already to go here. That's not a problem. I then just need a straight bung to go there because I don't want to have to run AN line anywhere. Like, this is all about being a budget build, so that's what we're aiming for. So all that's left now for us to do is literally intercooler piping and exhaust, and then we've got to hook up the fuel lines, crank the car. I need to change some settings in the ECU, adjust the fuel map table, and then the car's running, and then it's dyno day tomorrow. So tonight I can't obviously put fuel to the rail till we get those adapters, and nothing's open again till tomorrow morning.
That's the one thing that sucks about Australia. Everything here closes at 5 p.m. unless it's like Woolies, which is like a general supermarket grocery store. That's open till 9 p.m. and that's like the only thing open at 9 p.m. unless it's Thursday night. Hang on, that's tonight. But that's just for like normal mall shopping stuff. I'm not talking about performance stuff. At least in like Japan, no one closes till 7 p.m. Yeah, anyways, I'm just complaining because Japan's better, you know what I'm saying?
So this is what I've been working on, and I had to completely lob this off, this R-Line Mishimoto Gold Edition intercooler, and as much as it felt so wrong cutting that off and taking all the gold paint off, it's so Sammy can put the special clamp on there for the intercooler piping. So now that I've prepped that and got this all looking nice and schmick for him to weld to, I'll take this out of the vise and give it to him. I have to admit, I did kind of shed a little tear when I ruined this, but it's okay. Press F in the comment section to pay your respects, please. Sammy's smashing out some dimes for the intercooler piping. We'll let him do his thing. I'll go set up a time lapse. And in the meantime, I'm going to start putting things back together on the 34. Alright, so I've got the throttle body and everything all hooked up there, all the cables and wires run, all the hoses done up. Got this elbow on there after Sam welded up the little bung there. Pretty much got everything kind of buttoned up for us to finish the cold side now. So this is the hot side from the turbo, the charge pipe that comes down through there into the intercooler. This part here that comes then up into the throttle body, that's the cold side. And then we just got to do the down pipe on the exhaust as well. It's going to be a little bit of a late night probably, but we're on schedule to get everything done. If I quickly come over here, show you what Semi's been up to. The front mount intercooler's all done. Got the nice new adapter flange thingy-me-bob there. He's currently just finished tacking that on. About to get the that one all welded up as well, but the rest of the pipes and stuff that we need are all done as well. Everything's going pretty swell. Alright, so we're kind of halfway through getting the hot side all sorted out. Already chopped a hole there. It doesn't look great, I know, but the whole engine bay is going to eventually get repainted. We're just figuring out the piping that comes through here to the front of the intercooler now. And then we're going to tack that, go home, sleep, come back in the morning and finish welding everything up. And then, yeah, so home run almost. Just got a few more hours worth of work. Okay, we are exhausted. It's almost midnight. It's like 30 minutes to. And we just pushed all the cars in. We're gonna head home, get some sleep, try and get like minimum 6 hours, because last night we only slept for like 4. Get here so early to get a kickstart on everything. And it's really caught up with us. But we got everything marked up, ready to weld tomorrow for the hot side. And then we just gotta do that exhaust down pipe. We're hoping to have everything done by lunchtime, which will then mean straight to the dyno tune. So fingers crossed. Anyways, I'm gonna head home and then we'll wrap up the vlog. Alright, so I am fresh out of the shower, feeling a little bit refreshed but still extremely exhausted and
Cannot wait to just pass out. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Today didn't really go according to plan, time-wise, like spent on the car. The main reason for that is literally like, you know, Taka Garage, it's a business, we have to make money. Customers, they've got the priority, my car's second. So, you know, like, we couldn't just like work during the middle of the day. Well, Semi couldn't, like I was able to. And then I had to obviously get off and edit for a fair bit and things like that. And then, you know, everything else that was going on. So, you know, like we didn't get everything done that I was hoping to. Like I was hoping we were finished all the fab work today. And then just all I have to do is a leak check tomorrow, go to the dyno, muck around with the ECU, get it road tuned so I can drive there. But it looks like now we'll probably have all the fab work finished by tomorrow lunchtime, which will then give me enough time to leak check, changes in the ECU, drive to the dyno tuner. So yeah, these things happen, especially when you own a business and stuff. Like if you want to do something on your own things, like that's time and money that you're not making anything. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Like yeah, we could have had this done in 2 days, but now it's looking like 400 horsepower in 3 days. So sorry for the clickbait title. I was really hoping to get everything done today, but in all honesty, if we just take out some hours, like this is so doable. In all honesty, if you really grinded it, you could probably get everything done in 1 day, then go to the dyno the next. But I think 2 days is more practical. You know, split everything up over 2 days. I got everything done on my list. The only thing we're going to do is finish the hot side of the intercooler piping and the exhaust dump pipe. That's it. So we'll have everything done tomorrow, leak check, dyno, fingers crossed everything's all good. I'm way too excited, but I'm also nervous. Yeah, I didn't really know what else to say, fam, but thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out my social media like Instagram. And yeah, I'm a mess. I don't know what to say. So good night, guys. Jamatane.